Your event is starting. Thankfully, I did remember to put the text glitch on, otherwise we'd have had a few issues developing. What I should really have done before I started this was actually have a quick check through the music files and see what would actually come up as problematic. Because I don't know how this is gonna. Nah, it should be fine. Most of the things are going to be midied up and distorted to all buggery. So, huzzah! Whoa, noise! Hi. How bad is the noise situation? If the noise situation is absolutely terrible, I can adjust things. Hopefully the way isn't actually being all that loud here. But I'll turn that down on my end just in case. No, it's fine. Okay. Huzzah then! It will be a while until Trazian, but not as far as you might think. It's a while until Trazian turns into his true self. Well, it's not going to be strictly relevant. I have LP'd this before, so I may give spoilers that I remember. It's been... When did I do the LP? Because that's the last time I played through all 6 games. But I'll be this is probably going to be a spoiler-filled run if anybody hasn't watched this before or whatever else. I have a card linked to the actual LP. I'm also probably not going to voice this as much because A, I'm not a good voice actor, and B, I'm really not a good voice actor, and C, I have a bit of a cold, so it's cold outside, it's winter's coming as it always is, so right. Let me just do a couple of quick checks and make sure of a couple of things, and then I will get this started. The way is definitely interesting. I rate this game so very highly. It is definitely by far and away the best RPG Maker game that I've ever played through. Probably the best of all time, and almost certainly within my top 5 RPG games ever played. The only thing which lets it down is, to an extent, Episode 6. Episode 5 and 4. 4 was definitely the strongest. 5 just expanded upon that, set up a lot of things, set up to a massive cliffhanger, and 6 was good, but it didn't answer a lot of the questions. A lot of the questions went unanswered. A lot of the plot threads just sort of went hanging and went on to the other Upper Way plot, which was interesting enough. And the reveal of Rue was definitely worth it. But I really wish we'd have had some time on the middle way just to go and get a few things answered, as opposed to just Trazian killing himself. Spoilers, by the way. So, if all is good, and it appears to be, then I am going to go and get things started. I mean, actually, Awesome, it doesn't start Awesome particularly in my sort of opinion, because the first episode is really a filler. The second episode is where it begins. But we will attempt to blitz through this. Episode 1, version 2.0, which is available. I'll put a link down below for that. We will be playing the game normally, with all the puzzles, which includes all the failures. We are not going to cheat on the plunge. These are the credits. These are yet more credits. And this has a text glitch on it should not have. Bear with. Sorry, this may cause some failure, but bear with. I thought I did download the text fix on this, which apparently worked on the title, but it hasn't worked here. We'll just check on this before we get too much further. Yeah, we're not having that. Right, bear with. See, I downloaded it today. I did not apparently go through everything. So, right. Now, I know it has the text pitch on actually put on his thing there. There's the font patch. We're going to execute that. We are going to begin. Apply. Good evening! We've had our first slight technical issue. And we restart this, which I've got an F4 in again because it always starts full screen, regardless. Okay, title is fine. Title is fine. Well, no, it's more technical difficulty. I could play with it like this, but I thought I fixed it because the title screen came up with the text in that format, and it reverted back to the wide format. This is fine. This is how the text should be, which is why it really shouldn't have done that. So we're going to play the game normally, plunge on normal, credit, and start. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to find another RPG to play, at least until I can find a kind of solution for this. Bugger. Bugger. Okay. Right. Okay, some issues. Let me try one thing first. Let's go around the houses here and then see if I've actually got the disc where I have my original RM2K downloads, the versions I can actually edit, rather than the version I downloaded today, which, yeah, annoying, but we'll run with it. Yes, it wouldn't be proper Shadowhawkian wibbliness without some technical difficulties, for which I apologise. I mean, it's still playable. I could still play it like that, but the large text will annoy me. And I've applied the patch twice. It did work on the title, which is why I remember to do it in the first place, but for some reason it is not. Why is Steam not starting up? Right, exit all the things, get Steam working. Indeed, arse biscuits, what bits natchery is this? And why is Steam just not starting? More technical difficulties of a different nature, though. Right. So I may be doing a different RPG shortly. We'll see if we can get this working. And if it might be that I don't have RM2K installed on this computer, which might be why the patch isn't working. It's not a problem. I have a version of RM2K. I can just have to download it through Steam, which, given it is a ridiculously short file... Oh, that's why it's currently updating things. Huzzah. Downside of not being on my computer at a week at a time. See explosions! Oh no, I didn't want to start it offline. I've had Steam offline for last load of weekends, and that's largely because, oh, ignore that, because I'm having to cheat. Largely because I've been playing XCOM Long War, so I've had to have things offline for that. Back online, and now let's hope it doesn't try to update XCOM, which would be annoying if it does. Maybe I can actually just tell it not to do that, in fairness, so that'll be fine. Upside down bagels are definitely evil. Definitely evil. So, hello there. Right. It's in software. RPG Maker 2000. Launch. Apparently I do have it installed. There we go. We have RPG Maker up. Do I have the way anywhere on this? Or do I just have it in the thing? I'll probably just have it in the thing. Hi there. Bear with me, we're having some minor technical difficulties. They are minor, of course, because it's only the text patch which isn't working for some reason. Program files... I don't remember where they actually called the darn thing. Oh, there we go, the way. Episode 1. Yeah, I do have it as an RM2K file, actually. Let me try it there. Yes, I can actually open it up as a proper RM2K file. It's using a placeholder version of it right now, and ongoingly it starts in full screen. Okay, that's less promising. Let's see if it will run it. Now, it's less promising because apparently I've got a different version. This is whatever Steam version is rather than the version I had when I was messing around with this. It might not include the 2 patches which all RM2Ks had, which is what made them work. Still, we'll have a go and see how this works. They've got a lot of their own sort of text, but it might mean some things go a bit wrong. If the text is fine and works, we'll go with it. Bugger. Alright, cancel that. Right. sure there's a way of setting it so it goes in full screen. There we go. I think that will now test in a window, which is good. Because that's how I'm going to open things now. Now, where did I put that darn thing? Right, run the thing. Begin the patch. Apply. Start. Begin journey. See, this is what's bothering me. This is in normal text, and this is the same game. This isn't a different bit of it. I don't know why it's messing around with that. It might be something to do with the way he's coded it, but I don't think it is. I won't play game normally, plunge normal. If this fails, I'm going to have to do a different RPG. At least until I can work out a fix for this. This is just... That is what I say. Unless there is a way I can change it, but I'm fairly certain there isn't. A normal night with a seamless transition, indeed. Now, I know how this patch works. It's a slight fault with the text formats, but I might try getting the fix from somewhere else, actually. Let me have a go and just searching around for it, because that's the one I've got on Crestfall, and maybe that one's not working. RM2K. Font patch. It's probably give me the exact same file, but let's go with it. Download. Okay. Font patch.exe, go. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay. So, I'll have one last go at this, and if not, then we're going to have to think about something else to play. I have plenty of games, but I've just got to obviously set things up. I might try buzzing through the cutscenes, but I'm fairly certain it's not. This shouldn't make a difference on it. Nah. Alright, for the sake of just getting through this, because it's the same text, the way that using the text system is the same, it just doesn't have the backing. We'll go through this until we have our first actual conversation in game, and if that's still bothering me, then we'll. And I could always just load episode 2 and just see whether it's working there. No, it's still going on normal text as well. We'll at least have the intro. Days? Read weeks. Long War is ridiculous. And Xenonauts is a long game. And this is how you do an intro in an RM2K game. Though, if the font patch was actually working properly, I'd have this done and wouldn't be worried about it, but it's bothering me now. Errors. It's kind of legible, but it's really bad at some things. But it works on the title, which is what's confused me. Sorry, I've clicked out of it so it stops. I was trying to work out if there's anything else I had to do with it. Keep talking and no one explodes? Doesn't sound like a game I want to play. Right, so I'm probably just going to cut that at this point, because that is going to bother me. Right. So, I'm open to suggestions on something else to do. At least while I try a couple of other things that may or may not actually do the job. Alright, let's just make sure of a couple of things first. Let's go and end progress. End progress. End progress. Reinstall. I'm probably not going to be doing an RM2K game if I can't get this working at the moment. So, apply the patch. Also, what I should really do is stop thing from downloading. Pause all of that for the moment while that's going on. We could do King of Dragon Pass. It is fair. I could do King of Dragon Pass, actually. I could even actually buy the Steam version and have a run on that. Because I'm wondering if the patch is actually still working in the background while I'm messing around with this, but it really shouldn't be. Okay, we'll end the progress. Begin, apply. Okay. Begin, apply, and do the thing. And then assuming it does the thing, we'll have a final attempt at this. Okay, so final attempt at this then, and if this doesn't work, we will move on to King of Dragon Pass or something. Because I'm open for King of Dragon Pass. It's been a while since I played any of it, but you know, we did a YouTube plays it, or Twitch plays it anyway. Rochambeau? I have no idea where it is. In the class has made it to the stream on time. We're still in technical difficulty phase though. You'd be better off waiting 20 minutes. No. Okay, that's gonna kill it for now. I will work out how to fix that, and in a future stream we will do Twitch Plays the Way. In the meantime, I am going to see about buying the version of King of Dragon Pass I was probably never going to buy, but apparently now I am. So give me 2 moments. King of Dragon Pass, the Steam version. Which is basically the Android version I already have, but that's fine as well. Okay, so I'm going to pick this, add the game, patch for myself, do the things, and then I've got to find a way of putting it in a suitable window and sorting it out that way. Right. Pro, agreed. Purchasing. Then we just wait for me to install the darn thing. That has slightly annoyed me in many ways. There is one other thing I could try to get it working, but I'm going to wait on that and do it another time. Install, please. And this should not take it all that long, in fairness. Council of YouTube has begun, and it's going to download in less than a minute. I love having good internet these days. I mean, it's only 300 meg, but still. The game is up and running in less than a minute. So the Council of YouTube is you. I will have to actually change the stream name at this point. Bear with. While I mess around with things. Info and settings. And it will change to YouTube Plays King of Dragon Pass. It's already downloaded before I've even got this finished. Steam version. Which I've not played, and I know there's new events. I was always the good guy. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Thankfully, though, we won't have 30 seconds of Twitch lag to worry about. What I do have to worry about, though, is the fact that it's now full screen and I need to go and adjust things. Okay, I'm going to first off kill the loud noises. And second off, we're going to work out if we can actually get this going. So, bear with. The Steam version uses the extra events that were made for the original iPad, iPhone models, which were then ported to the Android. This is basically the third port of the slightly graphically updated interface. As a downside and consequence of that, this doesn't appear to be able to be put in a window as of yet. So I'm going to exit the game and I'm going to try and reopen it without... Yes. War with the Grey Foxes has always been declared. If it gets to the point that he insists in going in a window, I'm just going to have to squeeze everything onto the second screen and do it that way. But I'm just going to see if there is a way to open it in that darn window. King of Dragon Pass. Properties. Might have to even find a patch for it. War with the ducks. We will punch for ducks. This is very, very true. But we won't go to war with the ducks. We'll just punch the ducks and make them give us their food. Dragon Pass windowed. Windowed mode. I don't know whether it would be called marker law, but we definitely need somebody marker law. Not helping. Okay, on the 10th of August, there was a comment by HeroCraft saying that they would like to develop it. So this may not be possible to be put into a window, which is annoying. To say the least. This also means I'm probably going to have to move things around. Also, switch into background, because meh. So, if you bear with me, I've got to go and readjust everything. And then we'll get it working. So, King of Dragon Pass, play please, thank you. Right. King of Dragon Pass in a much too big screen, which I will fix now. Yeah, this could actually be a little awkward, but that's fine. I'll sort it out later. It doesn't need to be all that big, but I can reduce the size of everything else once I get down to it. Reduce you to there. Expand you out a little bit. That's probably going to be fine there. Okay. Round as weakage. I know this isn't correct at the moment, but I will sort that out momentarily. So, that goes to there. That goes to about there. Okay, we're about ready. What I now have to do is go and find a place to do this. There can be only war. Marker Law is amazing, and I'm sure you'll have somebody equally amazing, because you need a trickster on the ring. He solves so many potential problems. Right, let's go and remove that. Let's go for window capture 1, which actually doesn't go in the right place, which is odd. I wasn't expecting it to, in fairness. reduce that down to about there. How visible is that? I don't think that's going to be visible at all, actually, so I'm just going to edit that and sort this out. So that region, cut all of those off, reduce that a little, cut a bit of that down, cut a bit of that down. Okay, expand that back up. That'll do. Slightly less obvious who's talking, but we'll live with that, I think. And also knowing that's going to be slight. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just remove myself down there. It doesn't line up, but I don't care. So, the Council of Twitch. Welcome. Council of Twitch? Yeah, you were originally Council of Twitch. This is the Council of YouTube. And welcome to King of Dragon Pass, the Steam Edition, which, because of stuff and things, will only play in full screen. Hence, everything's bunched up on that screen, and we will deal with that as and when. I must also remember to look there, because that is where my things is, as opposed to next to the game I'm actually playing, which is always far more helpful. So, Council of Twitch. I call upon you to make decisions. There was a time when gods and people walked the earth together. Your clan traces ancestry back to these times. Your clan history begins when you joined forces with the storm god Orlanth. Back then, Orlanth was one of many upstart rebellious gods bent upon conquest of the world. Orlanth's unique contributions that time were personal honour, a close kinship to the other deities who seemed to be on the winning side. Always support the winners. After many tribulations, adventures, and discoveries, Orlanth proved himself worthy of marrying Inolda, the Earth Mother. The two formed the marriage ring and created great harmony in the world through this sacred bond. Your clan took part in the wedding ceremony. Most clans either whooped with Orlanth or learned a secret from Inolda. A few clans stood with Ermol, god of horses and the sun, as an honor guard. It doesn't have numbers, but either way, 1, 2, or 3 did are men and women who don gleaming armor and stand with Ermol to protect the settlements from Orlanth's many enemies. Did our clan, the men whooped with Orlanth, drank the 8 known drinks, just the 8 known drinks. Dwarf Fortress has 4, I think, but you know, this isn't Dwarf Fortress. So their heads would hurt during the ceremony. Or did our women withdraw with Inolda and learn a list of names which they promised never to repeat to men? We have votes now. I will announce in the chat when the vote ends and begins, but it appears people are already voting. So, booze. Okay. I'm going to give it another 20 seconds or so. This is all clan set up at this stage. Okay, so we have 1, 2, booze, which is 2, 2, 2, 2, 5. So we're 5 to 2 in favour of booze, and being Orlanth as our main god. So, vote ends. Vote ends. We whooped with Orlanth. Now that basically has determined that our major religion is Orlanth. That's pretty much what that does at that stage. So, Orlanth's struggle to remake the world was just the beginning, and many other gods joined him in it. Orlanth fought Yelm, the Bright Emperor, and undertook many wars of conquest. Other more peaceful deeds were just as important. The clan's earliest famous event. Number 1, the healing of Orlanth, when the merciful goddess Chalana Arroy joined Orlanth tribe. The 100-day hunt, when Orlanth and his son, Adalia, tracked the Sky Bear. Jested settlement, where Orlanth and Isaris, the talking god, outwitted foreign deities in a difficult negotiation. 4, the protection of animals, where Inolda, the cow mother, led the sacred herds into Orlanth's stead. 5, when Bantor, son of Orlanth and Inolda, learned of harnessing oxen to plough. When Lankamai, the knowing god, learned how to use the marking bone, which had marked signs of power upon anything. Or when Pela, the pottery goddess, made the first pot to store grain in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this determines what our first minor shrine is. So, you may begin the vote. 1 to 7. On which is basically the minor god of the minor starting god. I would advise on what's important, but you are the council. I'm just here to make decisions. Beards! I don't see beards anywhere. Where are the beards? Oh, Lankamai. Of course, Lankamai's beards. Yes, definitely beards. Right. Okay, where are we? 2 votes for 7, 2 votes for 3, 1 vote for 6, 2 votes for 6. So we are tied between 2 for 6, 3, and 7. Which I've done oddly, but still. So we need another vote here. We need a finishing vote on this. Between 6, 3, and 7. Well, either, yes. Either we have All Length, we have Lankamai, or we have Pela. I don't know why people want Pela, but okay. Revote for 6. So, okay, Lankamai has been revoted for. Voting ends. So I shall change that now, and it has been revoted. And thanks to Minamitsu's decision, we have a change. Orlamp succeeded in remaking the world. Thus, the Golden Era was known as the Storm Age. Orlamp's son, Vincot, was a famous warlord during this time. Most people in the era were his followers. He introduced new principles, just as a rule of hospitality, which said you couldn't, after you invited people into your steads, you could not attack or harm them. And the vote is over, Squirrel Wizard! Thus, was much treachery banished from Orlanthi's society. Many who would not have survived agreed to his new ways in order to gain his protection. He was a great organizer and helped the many scattered people form into new clans and tribes. Your clan was one of those aided by King Vincot. After you proved yourself robust and capable of survival, Vincot placed a remnant people under your protection. They were the Naldabin, or stick farmers. You had a choice whether to take them on as thralls or adopt them as members of your clan. Basically, does our clan believe in slavery or adopting people into the fold? Do we have slaves? Yes or no? Vote now. There are many things we can do with thralls, actually, it has to be said. We can actually even sacrifice them to various gods who will accept them. But we'll get there later. So, thralls, thralls, thralls. Okay, so 3 for thralls. Indeed. So, 3 each, from what I'm seeing there. 4 the 3 in terms of adoptive family. I suppose it's actually 4 to 4, actually, looking at that. Since South will rise again, I assume it's going to be 4-4. 6 to 4, then. I guess we're going to have thralls here, says the Council of YouTube. Gotta give another 5 seconds just to make sure there's no further straggling votes here. 5 to 6 in favour of taking thralls. Okay, voting ends. We have thralls. The foes of the Vingotlings were many, and your people fought hard against them. Which one of them in particular did we fight against? This to determine who was our main rival. And for some reason there's 5 rather than 6. So, did we fight the trolls, the beastmen, the elves, Tada the green champion of Flatland called Prax, or the warlords of the Ice Tribe? So 1 to 5, you may vote now. Not necessarily bad people, but certainly we're taking slaves. Filthy elves. Okay, 1 vote for elves. 2 votes for elves. 2 and 1 in favour of elves to beastmen. Obviously elves. Oh god, there's hold on, I gotta tally this up here. Right. Elf, 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 elf. 4 for elves. 2 for trolls. 2 for 2. Looks like the sea is gone. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit annoyed at that, because flooding was a good one to have. Okay, so we are against the elves looking at this, which is currently winning the vote, unless I'm missing something. So it looks like we are going up against the elves. Voting ends. So our enemy was Chankis Moor, the elf warlord. The Storm Age ended in disaster when gods and creatures of chaos came and destroyed nearly everything. Orlanth and his allies fought hard, but chaos almost always won. Many gods died, and new ones rose to prominence. Many people died too. catastrophe shook the world. The sunfall, the rain of blood, the terrible laughing tsunami. The darkness got so bad, even Orlanth and his companions had to abandon humans to their own destiny. Only a few deities, either small or weak ones, remained. The world stagnated and died. Your clan was diminished to a ragged handful of hardy survivors. Dylan, you're voting a bit late on this one. You really are voting late on this one. Shall we vote on continue? Yes, clearly you're going to vote on continuing. Hey, Dylan. Hjort, the king, was leader who emerged amid the turmoil of darkness. The efforts of Hjort and his companions helped set the world in order again. He created the laws that we follow to this day. One of the great distinctions which Hjort discerned among his clans was that some of them tended towards either peace or war, while others maintained a balance of the two principles. Okay, vote now. Right now, because I know people were messing around with this earlier, so I'm going to actually start counting from that point. So we have 2 war. Hold on, I'm going to count these as well. Peace, balance, war, 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 4 war. Oh, god darn it. You realise we're going to have massive crop issues if we go war, right? Alright, I might need to have Dylan to count these up at times. Because there were votes before I actually started things. Minamitsu, I prefer playing a peace tribe. I really do. I love playing a peace tribe in this game. I don't think the council is going to let that happen. We are so screwed. I personally, if I was allowed to vote in this, which I am not, I would vote for peace. Balance is okay, I would take balance. But we are now going to have to go with a war tribe, which presents its own kind of problems. Just remember, people, you all asked for this. Well, actually, the majority of you all asked for this. We're going war. Okay, there's a lot of things here. No, it's done now. It's done. Oh, done. It's too late. It's done. It's too late. Clearly, it's too late. Especially if you don't get oxen. This is true. This is true. Finally, the sun rose again. While the rest of society worked to protect themselves, find food, or otherwise survive, the first priests worked to re-establish links with ancient deities. With a new harmony between people and deities, the world has slowly improved. Once the awakening process had begun, it became easier and quicker as the gods woke each other too. Who was the first deity we helped to awaken? Now. The vote's going to start here, which I'm going to put in there. Vote starts there. Number one, our ancestors were good enough. 2 is Ermal. 3 is Aurochs. 4 is Odalia. 5 and older. 6 Orlanth. 7 Isaris. 8 Lankamai. 9 Shalana Roy. And 10 Arolda the Cow Mother. So, 1 for none. We can't awaken the Trickster. Why are 2 of you voting for just our ancestors? Okay, we have the vote for the Hunter. Okay, apparently we're just going to unlock our ancestor shrine. Why not? I've never started like this before, but apparently, yeah. Dylan wants the Storm Ball. I think it's the second one. We have a 2 votes for Arolda, 3 votes for Arolda. Somebody's going to have to do some counting about this one. So, hold on, bear with me. So, Ancestors is at... sorry, where's the vote start? 1, 2, 3. Ancestor is at 3. Arolda is, I think, is now at 3 as well. So it's a vote of 3. Between 1 and 10, 3 each. So next vote is gonna decide this one. A lot of others have been tried, and some of them were very successful. They were just short-lived. Or, in concept, they work. In practice, they don't, because unfortunately, it relies on the person on top not being a complete bar steward. And we have 10, which is a roll to the cow mother. We have cows! We have cows! I am very happy we have cows. Voting ends. Voting ends. I am so glad we have some cows. That's all I shall say about that. Right, things have... Quite so, oxen rather than cows. Things have been different since the dawn. 1300 years ago, Orlanth and the other gods retreated from the world, leaving it to mortals. You can still contact them through ritual and sacrifice, or enter their realm by reenacting stories about their deeds, which contain great magic. But they no longer walk beside you. When you settle in a new place, you mark this great change in the world by naming your land not after a god, but after a mortal like yourselves. You called it the Hjortland in honor of the king who taught you how to survive during the darkness. There is a vote for continue. We shall therefore continue. About 600 years ago, a dragon approached you, either in its own form or that of a human with a dragon's soul inside it. The dragons had always been hostile, or at the very least utterly uncaring. Orlanth was always the dragon slayer. You had to choose whether to believe it and cooperate to learn to do what dragons knew, or whether to maintain your neutrality. Are we going to, starting now, going to be hostile towards the dragons, neutral towards the dragons, or positive towards the dragons and gain dragon knowledge? This will affect how we have to encounter them in future. Free. As I've said quite a few times, you must go with how you've answered here, because if you don't, you lose a bucket load of magic. I think we have a unanimous vote for positive dragons. That will be the only unanimous vote we ever have. That will be it. It's just gonna... No, unanimous. Most of the people said yes to the dragons. Move to Dragon Pass, a land to the north of your home. You stayed in Hjortland, and it's a good thing too. For a little over 200 years ago, the dragons rose up and ate everyone living in Dragon Pass. They ate the Orlanthi along with all other the foolish human dragon friends. For a long time, no humans went to Dragon Pass. They were sure the dragons would eat them too. So clearly, being friendly with dragons got a load of people killed. You're all murderers. Just, you know, agreeable murders, apparently. Recent events have made you think twice about the abandoned land in Dragon Pass. A generation ago, a usurper who called himself the Pharaoh came to Hjortland and started a civil war. Your clan broke into disputes, sometimes violent, and about whether to support the Pharaoh. In the end, your group of dissidents decided it would be better to risk the dangers of Dragon Pass than to stay and kill your own kin, the greatest sin an Orlanthi can commit. Those unable to live under the Pharaoh would move northward to Dragon Pass. People of similar beliefs and other clans had already made the same decision and settled there. So you made a new clan, just as your ancestors had done in the days of King Hjort. Yeah, I couldn't get the text working on the way episode 1. It had the text glitch. So we are Council of Twitching, or Council of YouTubing. I keep saying Twitching, because honestly, Council of Twitch rolls off the tongue better. Still, we have made some interesting voting decisions. This might be another unanimous vote here. Also, go away, help text. Your clan made the dangerous trek to Dragon Pass and selected a place to live. Like the other Orlanthi refugees from Hjortland, you settled in Quiniviland, a mountainous area in the southeast of Dragon Pass. You would call these lands your home, or Chula. Tradition required you to make a formal land claim. Voting begins now. Do we take as much as we needed? More than we needed? Lots more than we needed? Or huge tracts of land? I should point out that the more we have, the harder it is to defend, but the more we can expand into. So that's currently 3 votes for free. Oh dear God, that's a lot of votes now. I need somebody to help tally this for me. 2. Hold on, let me find out where we are here. Unfortunately, the chat goes up and down far too much at the moment because of how this is going here. Right. I may need to put an administrator on official counting duty. It's 2. It ends. Okay. So, Dad Lando, huge tracts. Huge tracts. Okay, so we got 2. Okay, there's more land than we needed to grow into. Okay. We, of course, being the Council of Twitch, are not going to play this on normal difficulty. I believe in this council. I believe in it. So now we are going to go into hard difficulty. We're going to go short length, so all we have to do is forge a tribe and rule for 10 years. We're not going to do the full long game because I've already done that in the Let's Play previously. Now, vote for the name. Vote for the name of the clan. I have no confidence in you whatsoever. But let's I just want to see how this goes. Cookies Inc. Cookies Inc. I accept as a voting term. I vote for that's a big mistake. Well, Dylan, this is the only bit of the voting I'm going to force upon you. Doomed to fail, Shadowland. Clan of Birds. We're not being the Clan of Birds. We certainly got to worship Bird Jesus here. Oops. Oops is a good clan name, actually. I like Oops. We are immortal. No, we're not being We Are Immortal. The Greedy Gribbliers. Hooray, Onion! You're just in time to vote for whatever we want to call this darn thing. Not the Way. You know what, I'm actually liking Not the Way at the moment. If somebody wants to vote for one of the names that's been suggested, I'm actually going to go with this, The Way Exploded. I am Bird Jesus. XCOM the Failures. I'm liking a lot of these names. I just need to pick... No, come on. We have a vote for Cookies Inc. Okay. So we have one vote for Cookies Inc. that wasn't by the person who made Cookies Inc. So I think Cookies Inc. is looking like the possible one here. I'm going to change it slightly, assuming... It actually let me fit it in. We are the way of Cookies Inc. Okay, so everybody's agreed on that. I'm just going to add the way of Cookies Inc. because of what I was originally going to do. We all happy with this? One vote for Not the Way. I'm not here to start a religious cult about Bird Jesus. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. I'm just going to wait a little bit because I don't know how long the stream lag is at the moment. And then we should get started. Let's go. I want Thunderducks. Dylan, get out of our council. You are banished to have I mentioning the darn Thunderducks. The Tundraducks? Marion, get out. I know you're you're a moderator here, but get out. Okay, 28 seconds is fine. So, Council of Twitch. We have 7 points of magic. Because we are a war tribe, we can only put 1 point into crops. We can also only put 1 point into mysteries, though that might just be because of our current council layout. We'll sort that out in a moment. So, therewith, during the sacred time, we begin with 720 cows, 100 goods, 500 food, 7 magic, 772 population, and 12 weapon fames. The forecast. Typical harvest. There will be few rats this year, so food will not spoil. We should be able to keep more of our crops from over the year, which is all good. So, how should we be putting the magic in at the moment? Because I was going to do this myself, then I thought, this is what I have the council for. They're supposed to argue about this sort of things. So, make your decisions on how you think we should set up. Free into war! Yes, I figured that might be a thing. Free into war. Okay, I'm putting free into war. No, we don't want to spend this all. We really don't want to spend this all. Yes, you need 1 in crops. Always 1 in crops. We want more in crops. Okay, you want us to spend all of... Oh, actually, I've just noticed it's worse. We have 0 in herds. I can't put any in herds. That is actually a big problem. I'm not going to put any in the quests. And the only reason I wouldn't put any in quests right now is I don't think we are going to do any... We don't have any knowledge. We can't go into the things. No, mysteries we need, because we need to unlock the god powers. But this is as much as I'm willing to put in. No, we need magic for the year. Magic is helpful for events. You need magic. We have cows, but we don't have any herds at the moment. I don't... What? This council is mad! Okay, fair enough. There it is! I've spent all of my magic! Remember this when we absolutely need this in a short amount of time, people. Just remember this. Okay. Foolish mortals, bow down to your cow overlords. No, we didn't go with the beastmen. So, we're going to proceed. So, let's have a look at how we are. So, we are currently farmers, weapon thanes, hunters, thralls. We need to reorganise, though, to start with. So, the reason we need to reorganise is because our clan is fairly rubbish. So therefore, let's go and remove everybody from the clan at this point. How do I get you off? Hold on. Oh, there we go. So he's currently the clan leader, which is why that happens. Right, so to start with, we need the best leader, and preferably an Olanthe leader. So, is it not going to sort it by leadership? That's what it's supposed to do. Oh, there we go. So we have an Olanthe to lead the ring. We are going to put him on the ring, and he is in fact leading it, as shown by that. So, next up, we need the best... how do I normally set this up? I'm trying to remember how I set this up normally. We'll go bargaining in a second. So bargaining, we can have an Alder, which would be helpful. We do want, really, an Isaris to bargain, but we don't appear to have any Isaris on the ring. Nope, we have no Isaris on the ring, on the clan at all at this point. We do have a Trickster, which is always good. He's going to get on there. Oh no, there we are. Why did you not appear earlier? Okay. So there we go. We then need Custom. So the best custom is you. You are basically our person there. Combat. Yeah, it sort of drags over to the left and right, which is a little awkward. So we can go for Ermal or we can go for Hamuk. So I'm going to leave this up to the council, but Hamuk is the proper combat god. Ships, council duties. At the moment, this isn't what duties they're doing. I'm just making sure I've got all the things covered. We are doing combat now. So we have a young, renowned combateer. He's about the same as him, but he's got a bit more rounded things on this side. Ermal, hunting god, but really, if we have a Hamukti, we really need a Hamukti on the ring. Yeah, I disagreed. Okay, we're taking the Hamukti. So we have leadership, custom, bargaining. Next, we're going to go for animals. And we need somebody who really worships an Alder. And I think, really, even though you're not as good with animals, I'm going to put you on the ring because that puts an Alder on the ring, and that is going to be vital because we need herds next thing we're going to get there. We do have the beard, sir. We have the beard. I shouldn't worry about that. Magic. Now, I'm hoping that the Trickster's going to be reasonably good at magic. What are you actually good at? I might have to put you on the ring anyway. Trickster goes to the last spot, though, so let's see if we've got anybody who's really good at plants. You, but you're already on the ring. Excellent. So therefore we can go for magic. And take... I'm going to take you. I don't think we've got anybody from Ermal on the ring. And it's actually a little awkward at this point because it's not showing who's actually on there. And finally we have you, the Trickster, in the last spot. So let me just go through the lot and make sure I've not got any duplicates on gods, because it's always worth not having them. So we have one Lankamai, we have one Hamux, and we have one Isaris. Okay. Reorganize. Goods plus 6. The second point is I am not going to actually give the advice here. So, vote starts. Sora Goodseller, a trader priestess of the talking god Isaris, comes to trade. In addition to the usual exchange of goods, she asks if we have any white horses. Although we have some light grey horses, none can truly be called white. Who actually looks at the face cam, though? Nobody. Except, you know, some people. So Dylan has voted to sell her another horse. 41. Okay, that's not how much help there, Twitch. YouTube. YouTube even. So 2 apologies for not having one. 3 apologies for not having one. Feast! Which is 2. Okay, 1's looking like he's got the vote at the moment, just about. I'll give it 5 more seconds. Vote ends. We're now going to see what everybody else, what they thought about this. We should at least show generosity. We have failed in our obligation to a guest. Nothing says we have to honour unreasonable requests. You really want to start in that horse. We can paint a horse white. I've done it before. Okay, so we're going to apologise for not having one. Sora said that the lack of white horse reflected poorly on neither our generosity nor our hospitality. Okay. So, we are still good at this point. We are in the sea season, which is planting. We do not want to do any raiding during planting season. This is vitally important. So, what we want to do at this point is we want to try and get our magic up a little. So this will be law... No, where is it? Actually, we can find out who our enemies are at this point. So this is the way of the Cookie Inc. And they have this little territory. Our enemies are the Horde and the Eagle clans. Which is interesting. We have another enemy over there. Mount Curfin. We have a few people who are mostly neutral to us, which is purple. I don't see grey foxes anywhere on this map, which is odd because there should be some foxes somewhere. There are grey dogs, but I feel less inclined to attack grey dogs. It is possible there might be some more later. We have 2 trading partners. The Brown Boars and the Hendarts are currently trading with us. Hello, J-Dog. So, if we go to a magic screen, we can see that we have a Shrine to Bantar, which is the Ploughman God. Vigor allows our farmers to work better. We have an Alder, which gives us the Blessed Crops yield. We desperately need an Alder's Blessed Crop yield. We have a small temple to Orlanth, which again raise our crops. We got a very specific thing there. And we have a Rolder, who increases the yield of our cows. God darn you people. It's me who had the enmity to the Grey Foxes. Me! I wiped them out continually. I wiped them off the map as it happens. But no, clearly this is something that needs to be done. So, the first thing we probably need to consider is that we have various shrines of people who are not actually here. And more importantly than that, we have people on the... what I mean is, we have members of the council who we don't have temples for. So, we might want to fix that at some point. I'm thinking, though, that going up to Battle Luck early is probably something we need to do if we're going to go for a war at this point. Or True Sword would be nice. So, let us sacrifice to Hamukt. We can murder our slaves to the gods. We actually do have thralls. We are definitely building temples for mysteries. So, what are we sacrificing to Hamukt? Council of Twitch, what are we sacrificing? Note, our thralls are actually helpful. We don't really want to sacrifice all our thralls this early. We will want them. Can we shoot Dylan from the council here? Just honestly shoot Dylan from the council out of a cannon. Booze our best booze. Definitely booze. 15 goods. Okay. 15 goods. Now I'm going to go with Dylan's suggestion here. 15 goods sounds sensible. We've learned the workings of the morale ritual, and we can build a temple to Hamukt later. So, we are still in sea season in the year 1330. We have one more action before we go into the next thing, and... I'm trying to remember how the seasons go, actually, because it's been a while since I played this. So, the sea is planting. We then have... 20 goats and 1 cow. Well, I've already done that now, but it doesn't matter. At this stage, I'm just going to see about this. We have no healer on the ring, which is definitely a problem. Virility of the clan is ensured because we have men on the ring. We're the finest looking women of any clan. People think is unimportant so long as their leaders are wise. Diplomat, we need to get a friend. I probably actually agree with that. So, the closer to blue they are, the better friends they are likely to be. And I think we need to go and send an emissary to the Majorint clan would be not a bad one to go for because they're almost allied to us anyway. So there's a chance I can set that up. So we shall send 3 weapon veins and 10 thing. We'll have Calbrastio on there, and we shall bring... This is the Steam version of King of Dragon Pass. And I'm tempted to give them horses. I'm actually going to go and... we need food. Should we call in a favour? Oh, we do have some favours to sort out, but... We're going to propose an alliance, and we are going to give them... Done. Apparently we need lots of food. I'm going to give them gifts. 20 gifts to try and secure this alliance. So I feel that would be the best way to go about this. Send. Okay, Council of Twitch, your next decision. Everyone is gossiping about what happened a few hours ago. A young woman, Enislara, was found out in the forest making love with Corel, a notorious poet and troublemaking warrior of the Heron clan. Corel left without a formal farewell. Enislara is unmarried, so her actions are not a defense against the god, but she is betrothed to Girator, a young Thane of the Assaulting clan. And the wedding is scheduled for next season. 1 to 5. Make your decision. Vote. Vote now. Two, 5, 3. Can I even select those? I probably can. Alright, so we have 2 votes for 5. More votes for 5. More votes for 5. I'm seeing the counts are going for 5 here. Morally 5. Morally, Marishin. Morals don't enter into King of Dragon Pass. Okay, that's fair. That's fairly decisive. That is fairly decisive. So I am going to go with 5. Why can I not select 5? I can't actually select anything here, which is odd. So apparently it's only going to let me. It's only going to let me select 2. Okay, well apparently we're going to actually select 2 because it's just will not let me select that. So we're going to resist. You mistake my intentions. I meant to eat the whole cake but sample the dough. 1 or 2? 1 or 2, folks. Are we going to raid the Heron clan even though it's sea season? By the way, this will hurt our crops. Vote. Do we hurt our farming to go and get revenge? Oh, for God's sake, darn you people. That's all I shall say, darn you people. Alright, one of you's doing the sense. One of you's posing the sensible option, but apparently we are going to raid them. Unless there are a lot of votes soon. Sigh, vote ends. Okay, we're going to raid the Heron clan even though this is it. It's not really so stuff, I just know this is a bad decision. That's the only reason. Anyway, we're not going to call in any alliances. We're going to go in with all 9 of our weapon thanes that we have currently. We're going in with 144 footmen. Let's go for a raid. I'm tempted to run away too. Let's be honest about this. Okay, 9, 1, 4, 4, and 15. We shall proceed. We have one magic, which I believe we just got because we raided. So, how do we want to go for this? I'm not going to send them all in because, dear God, we might actually lose. So, we lead the Heron patrols on 9 weapon thanes and 144 footmen are facing 5 weapon thanes and 72 spearmen. Yeah, this won't go wrong at all. Okay, let's vote for... We're plundering because we need to get stuff. Stuff is important, so we're definitely doing that. We shall spend a point... So you'll spend our point of magic. What's our tactic? Tactic vote. Cold Steel and the Gods is what we want. Skirmish all length. Charge! 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 Blood! Berserker Rage! Clearly. I approve, but we have 2 skirmish, 2 skirmish, 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 skirmish. Charge. Okay, do not charge into spears. I was going to say that, but I wasn't going to influence the council here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I'm going to call that a vote then. Vote ends! We are charging into spears! We rushed the Heron formation while they were still performing their rituals. We smashed the Herontiers as they were trying to reach better ground. Battle did not last long. Our magic overcame theirs, but they were able to rally. We were driven off and had no opportunity to gain booty. With their careful attention, our auxiliaries kept 1 warrior from dying and bandaged 4 of the wounded. We didn't lose anybody, but we did unfortunately lose the battle because we didn't achieve our objective. So what that basically means in terms of things, we did win. We killed more of them than they killed of us. We didn't lose anybody, but they prevented us from being able to raid their territory. So their losses actually made a difference. Mood down, warrior morale down. Okay. We lamented the lecherous girl plans was not humbled, but we're glad at least we had not meekly swallowed the offence. Once excitement died down, the Carls began to worry about how little grain they had planted. New event! Our emissary, Kalbrat, approaches the Garons, seeking to negotiate an alliance with them. First, he presents the gifts we sent. The Garons praise our gifts and toast Kalbrat in the feasting hall. How do we propose the alliance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, vote. Vote for alliance! 1 to 5. Vote for alliance. We didn't bravely run away. We bravely slaughtered 13 of them. Missing the only footman. But, vote for 3. Vote for 4. Vote for 4. They must bow down to the cow gods. Okay, 3 for 4. And 2, and 4. You may not know anything about them, I don't know anything, but apparently, what we are doing... I think these are the ones who worship the giant rock. Is what I think about these guys, anyway. But I'm going to call vote ends, because it's been fairly decided that we are going to go for 4. It's true that your swords to protect us, but we do not trust yours. Okay. Well, that didn't work. We are now in fire season. This is the actual time we're supposed to do raiding. So. We can definitely have some cattle raids. We can definitely go for full-blown raids at this point. Yeah, that's basically what we did. We did give them some stuff to try and make an alliance happen. Didn't work. We are running low on food. Cow numbers have gone up, which is good. More raiding then. Okay, fine. So who shall we raid today? I'm going to go cattle raid rather than full raid because it is traditional in the fire season to do this. Let's raid the hated eagles! Shame if anything happened to it. Oh dear. They're now no longer our closest allies. The hen darts were the closest, actually. Let's keep raiding them. Who was it who were doing that? Who were we raiding beforehand? Hold on. The Eagles! Hendati is supposed to have the weakest. Hendati, are they our allies or are they just... The Hendati are the ones we want to ally. We're going to raid those Eagles! Darn them! Right, we're going to send in 8 weapon thanes and we're going to send in 20 footmen. Actually, sod it. We're going to send them all. We've got more chance of being detected, but if we're successful, we'll get more stuff. The herons. Where are the herons, actually? Oh, there we are. The heron. The heron are actually quite close to being our allies. They want to send 5 and 5. I'll probably agree with that, in fairness. I'm going to cut down and go 5 and 15 rather than that, because we do need some people to carry these away. So, we're cattle raiding the Eagles. Farmer and warrior morale went down. No, we were spotted, so we couldn't raid anything. That's the downside of having too many men. We should have gone small. Still, we should probably actually just directly raid them now. Oh boy, this is going to get interesting. Alright, fair enough. We're going to raid the Eagles. How long until we lose the game? I don't know. We're going to work this out later. Because I don't have any actual combat things up. I wanted to set some temples up, but no! Somebody wanted a washing and go straight in. They want all in. Okay. All I will say on this is this. I fully expect this to go wrong. And if it doesn't, it'll go wrong. Okay. We are raiding the Eagles. We haven't found the ducks yet. So, we are facing 22 spearmen only. 22 is not a lot of spearmen. I'm going to go with the first person to actually put down a battle plan. Charge is definitely the first bit of the battle plan that's been fixed. Charge! And we're definitely plundering because we need stuff. Kill as many as possible. I don't want to kill as many as possible. We need stuff. Stuff! Sacrifice all the slaves. I don't want to sacrifice the slaves, for God's sake. They're actually helpful. Alright, I'm going to go with this. We rushed the Eagle formation, but they were still sacrificing to their gods. When they tried to retreat, we pursued relentlessly. They could not disengage. Fighting was fierce. Our magic helped carry the day, not that we used any. We drove the Eagles from the battlefield. We captured 19 cows, 7 horses, 25 cows worth of loot, and we didn't lose anybody. That should be good. Where is the done battle button? No, I don't want to quit the game. I want to continue the game here. Yes, thank you very much. How did I get off of this last time? Charging has worked twice against spearmen. Right. We have a problem, though. King of Dragon Pass is not allowing me to advance here. Clearly something has gone massively wrong. Darn you, Dylans! Question mark. Indeed. Nope. Escape keeps doing that. I'm now pressing every button. I think Rape the Rock. That's Marion, your battle plan is considered, and I consider it odd, but approvable. Alt F4. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do at that point. Which is a shame. I have just turned it off. Unfortunately, I don't think it saves. And if it does, well, awesome, but I don't know where it's saved. That almost certainly means we're going to have to do that raid again. Right. Actually, Saga would be in there. Cattle raid against the Eagles was spotted. So I'm guessing from that it hasn't actually returned. So I guess we're in war. I guess we are raiding. We are raiding the Eagles again. We're going to do exactly what we did last time. We're going to charge yet again. We're going to plunder. Well, that's what the X apparently is. There was an extended clash. Our magic drew them into confusion. We were raided by the horse nomads. Okay. We're not going to well, actually, we could maneuver against them. So, raided by the horse nomads. We have had a couple of good battles at this point, though. So, what are the tactics, folks? Strength was the economy. Yes, quite so. Rest in peace. Kill as many as possible. Dylan says, so we will attempt to kill. Take captives is a very low success rate. Charge! They are on horses. I point out, they are on horses. Skirmish. Form a square. Survival skirmish. Alright, this council is needs to make up its mind at this point here. Sacrifice our pet rocks to appease them. I don't have any pet rocks to sacrifice, sir. Only brick, and I love my brick. Quite so. Alright, skirmish. Killing as many as possible. Okay, we did lose a few guys from there. We exchanged missile fire with them, but we never closed. Okay, so they were just really just maneuvering around us and just, you know, being fancy. So, we have had 3 raids against the Eagles, and we were just raided by the horse nomads. I really should check that, because that would have told me whether we were successful or not. Anyway, we now have a lot of stuff. What I think we should do now is actually go back to here and see if we can't grab ourselves an extra shrine here. So let's build a shrine to Hamut. The noted poet Branduin of Clan Bachard is your honoured guest at a great feast. His collection of poems is sure to provide an evening of entertainment. But he can also create new verses, although people expect gifts in return. Vote now. In all caps, because apparently I turned that on when I was pressing all the buttons. Satirize another clan. Sacrifice Dylans to the gods. More bloody poets. Okay, so 2 to satirize another clan. Keep an eye on his chap. I don't think that's an option, but okay. We shall keep an eye on the chap. Vote for free, vote for free. So we're tied 2 for 1, 2 for free. Down the Mongolians. Okay, 3 for 1, which is currently the winning vote. I'll give it another 10 seconds or so. Okay, it's a vote between the 3 of them at the moment. Another vote for 1. Single vote for 5. So I think that's 4 for 1 at this point. So we are currently about to satirize another plan. Vote ends. Vote ends. We are going for another clan. Which clan, out of interest, should we be going for, do you think? There are quite a lot of clans here. We haven't had a lot of dealings with many of them. Do they stop at I? They might stop at I, it seems here. If they do, it's odd, but okay. So, which clan should we get him to insult for us? The Eagles. I don't know, it's either Grey Foxes or Eagles. I'm not anti-animal at all, but apparently the Eagles are now our allies. Yeah, let's not do that. Eagles. Reforming bandits and outlaws. We are feuding with them. Eagles it is. Everyone laughed when they heard Branduin's satirical poem. Also, achievement unlocked, nicknamer. Which soon spread among the other clans in Dragon Pass. The Eagles became known as the Old Beer Clan. Has the name actually changed? That'd be quite amazing if it has. No, just the Old Beer Clan. Okay, we're now into Earth Season, which is where we are harvesting all of our not at all grabbed plots of things. I'm just seeing a tribes here. Tribe down there. I think what we can do now is probably do some exploration in our own Shula. This always leads to some interesting events. Also, we need more weapon things. That's something I'll work on in a moment. But let's go 3 and 12 and send them slowly to go and explore our own Shula. Okay, once we've done that, let's actually go and set up our magic at this point. So Hamakti Battle Luck is one of the things we do learn. We can have one of these up at any given time. Battle Luck versus True Sword and Morale. I think Battle Luck is not a bad one to have, in all fairness. So we're going to go with Battle Luck still. Do we want to go for another Orlanth win here? We should march to Kerafin. I think the actual thing I'm probably going to have to do here is I'm going to have to go and see if we can grab some more weapon things. So I'm going to recruit promising weapon veins from the promising Carls. Huzzah, we're now up to 12. Okay, this is going to come back to bite us. Erin Slara, whose betrothal to Gerator of the Assaultings was broken off after a seduction by Corel, the poet of the Hirani, is now pregnant. Eon Slara is very happy, but the kinsfolk see a pregnancy as a reminder of an embarrassing chain of events. Seemingly, I can only select 1 and 3, unless I'm missing this. No, in fact, it seems I can only select the 1 there, so apparently we must leave this matter to a kinsfolk, unless there's... Yeah, then we can only select 1, which is confusing. So I'm going to have to leave this. People were happy that the ring did not interfere. Markalor, your time has come. Or Basticus, anyway. Okay, so there's pretty much only one option of this, but as you can see here, we found a cave full of creatures and rodents and stuffs. Vote now, but I honestly say there is one option. The game has said enough for your choices, apparently so. Yeah, there is only one option, but I've still got to put you through the vote. Trickster magic. Yeah, vote ends. I'm not gonna even entertain it at this point. I'm not even gonna entertain this. Okay, and he led towards the Heron clan. In all fairness, the Heron clan is our second on the list, even though we are supposed to be... Ooh, our crops did very well this year. However, we were raided during sea season and were short-handed and couldn't reap an Alder's bounty. Despite the fine harvest, we won't be able to feed everyone in the coming year. We are probably going to have to do some trading now. We are into dark season, which is the season where we are staying at home and not doing a lot. So, given that, we can explore the Tula, but I'm probably going to leave that alone and just try and work at the moment on our magic. So, Shalana Arroy Temple would be really nice right now. In fact, because I need a Shalana temple, we're going to build a Shalana temple. I can't get to them just yet. We have to go into... We're not going to go and attack Russia. We don't even know where Russia is. This is a fictional world. We will do trading, but we'll have to wait till storm season for that. Beyond that, I don't mind building a Lanka Mai temple right now, because that would give us the literacy ability. Offstring, a Thane of the Heron clan, comes to complain he was insulted by a member of our clan ring. Bastakos dined at our clan hall. He spent the entire night insulting me. He waved his bare buttocks in my face, touched my wife in an improper manner, and spit chewed food in my face. He is a member of your ring. My clan considers any insult made by him to be an insult made by your entire clan. Unless you punish him, there shall be war between our clans. Okay. Hold on, is the game tutorializing me and preventing me from doing things? Because if it's doing that, that's really, really awkward. Hold on, clear that. Because that's what the tutorial's saying. No, that's not selected. I can't select 4 here. I'm thinking, for whatever reason, the tutorials are on. That's preventing me from actually selecting all the options. Because it seems like I've had a few have been a game of choice without choice. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at this point. Oh, and now this turns up again. I don't know, because I didn't remember starting it up, but there must be a way to turn it off, because that's just really, really stupid if that's what's doing it. Well, anyway, the rodents are back. Hooray. And we don't have a trickster on the wing to deal with them. So, vote of 1 to 4. Then we're going to put him back on the ring. And then I'm going to see what I can do about that, because that's really, really annoying. It might be another reason, but it seems to make sense that it was prodding me in one direction towards... This is the option you should take, you know, because you're new to the game. Okay, find outsiders to exterminate the creatures. Murder! Murder could be quite a few of them, actually. 3 outsiders, they're expendable. Molder! Block it off, block it off. So 3 votes for 1, a couple of votes for outsiders. 2 votes for Molder. Any more for any more? Yes, no, maybe, Wibble? Okay, vote ends. Vote ends, we are blocking it off. Farm morale down. So the warriors should have been ordered to exterminate the creatures. Okay, now we need to go and reorganize the clan ring. And the reorganization is, we're going to find our errant trickster and we're going to put him back on the ring. I can't put him back on the ring. Okay, I have a sudden dislike of the Steam version of this game. Quite aside from anything else, one of the things you could easily do was gut people back on the ring immediately. I mean, that's fine if that's turning that off for a reason. I'm accepting of that. That seems sensible to me. It was an exploit to go and do what I did anyway. But honestly, being forced into a tutorial for a year is really sucky. Also, I wouldn't put Brenner on the ring. In fact, let's see where Brenner is. I'm not even sure which ones I'm missing, actually. Oh, let's go to AZ. Brenner's an Isaris. We have an Isaris on the ring. There's no point in having a duplicate. Lankamai, we have one of those. I'm going to put a Vigna Werson on for the moment. But that is really stupid. Controls. Tutorial. No, because that's starting a tutorial. What's the point in having a tutorial if you're just going to force me to play a tutorial anyway? Also, I set the difficulty to hard. I definitely set the difficulty to hard. Okay, whatever. Right, magic. So, Isari's is probably the next one we need, because then Isari's temple will allow us to have more training partners, more food, more money, more things. So we're going to sacrifice some goods, 15 of them, for a for an Isari secret. We learn Silver Tongue, which is the traders and negotiators, which we do need. Do we have a choice this time? No, we don't. Problem has arisen in the clan. Ignore everything else and do the first option. Oh, and now I can do this. This didn't work. Okay, now try something else, which you can choose from. It's not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Alright, anyway. Vote now, 1 to 4. Yeah, we're hammering through the tutorial, yeah, but it's still annoying. Ah, well, that's okay if it's fine. If I restart this and just go again, then I'm probably going to do that. Encourage him to duel him instead. I actually agree with that, but I'm not allowed to influence the council. Not at this point, anyway. I'm going to go through the first year just to make sure of things. Once we've done the council time, I will stop. I will restart the council, restart the game, and we'll see whether the tutorial continues. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yep, I think that's a fairly solid vote for 1. Yeah, there's something clearly there. Inconclusive. Both became winded before hurting each other. Each man orders had been satisfied. We are in sacred time, and we still have no more herds. And that's it for the tutorial. Learn more from the tutorial. Okay. I had another thought as well. Bit of a sucky thought, that one, but I'm going to get to it in a moment. Right, typical harvest. Visions of Marin Gore said that we might suffer an earthquake if we do not learn one of her blessings this year. So clearly we need mysteries. That's no even vote about that. We need the mystery of Marin Gore, or we will suffer from the goddess of earth and earthquakes. After that, over to you. I think, though, it may just do it anyway. We will start a new one, but I just want to go through this anyway. I think it's a murder of a question mark. Don't question Mark. Mark's me. We don't want to question me. We also have 3 points in diplomacy we can put in now. We're actually quite good for that. Diplomacy and crops. Yeah, we probably do need some allies, so I don't mind going for 2 points there. And I'm going to put 2 points in trade. We are not going to go into war. Not yet this year. Not this year. I don't care. We are a war clan, but I've now changed that. We are not going to put points into war just yet. We are now in sea season. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to... Is there a way of saving the game mid-progress? Because I know there isn't on the thing, actually. Okay, so I can only have one save file at any given time. I realise this is how it is on a mobile device, but you'd think on Steam they could easily just, you know, I'm on a computer, I can have multiple save files. New game! I think, though, what I'm going to do is I'm mostly going to set this up, check whether the tutorial continues on the restart, and then we'll go. So this is all this is really is for. If the tutorial's still there, we're probably going to do something else. But for the moment, we shall re-begin. And the game actually crashed. Okay. Yeah, I know. Bit annoying, but meh. A sharp. Great little company, but dear God. No, I wanted a new game. New game. Play. There we go. Bada. 1, 2, or 3. Vote now. Well, I think this is a reasonable substitute for a Salem game, in fairness. I can do Count of Salem next week. If I don't get the way working, anyway. So, 2, 2. 3, 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 1. Okay, 3 votes for 1. Another vote for 3, so it's 3, 2, and 2 in terms of number of votes cast. Okay, voting about to end. Voting ends. We are going with a Ermal clan, which is actually more difficult, I think. So, the first temple that we'll get will be Chalana Arroy, Orzalia, Isaris, Herolda, Bantar, Lankamai, or Pella. 1 to 7. And then at some point I need to get a drink. So 1 for Bantar, which isn't necessarily a bad option actually. Bantar I like. Does at least help on the crop front. So 554. Okay, so we have 2 votes for each of those. We have an extra vote for 4. So Rolda seems to be the top vote right now. Six for Lankamai. So we have 3 for Rolda, 3 for Lankamai. And 3 for Bantar. Is that 3, 3, and 3? Unless I missed that. Five it is. Right, so we have Bantar, who is the box in the plow. Do we take slavery vote? I mean the second vote. Okay, so we're 3 and 2 in favour of that. We are 2. I think 2's got it this time for the moment. Give them a big hug and tell them to work the fields. 2-2. Okay, so we are taking on Adopted Family. Who is our great enemy? It was the elves last time, but we'll see what the council decides our enemy should be this time. I love you, you know. Now make me a sandwich. Okay, 2 for trolls, 2 for elves. So it's elves versus trolls. 1 for the ice. Marishan voted for the elves. Elves. I think the elves are... what happened? Did we all die? No, we didn't all die. I got fed up of being tutorialized, so I'm checking whether it's going to continue. In any case, we seem to be the elves as our enemies. Okay. Okay, vote for war, balance, peace. Okay, 1 for balance. 1 for peace. God darn you people. Now you want the peaceful tribe. Alright, fair enough. This will raid like buggery anyway. Then we'll get complained at for not being a peace tribe, Marish, and that's how that works. Okay, so 4 votes for peace so far. Another vote for 2. Okay, so we are... I think that's fairly substantial there. Vote ends. And we're going for a peace tribe. Dylan, the only one wanting war. Okay. Vote for Awakened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 to 10. Erolda cows. We do already. Actually, did we have an Erolda temple? No, we had a Bantar temple, didn't we? Erolda. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. I think that's fairly established here. I think cows have it. Right. Something over there. Dragon vote. Dragon vote. Moo moo mofos. No, dragon votes. Dragons. Okay, neutral. 1 neutral vote, 1 hostile, 1 positive. 2 positives. 3 positives. 3 positive, 2 neutrals, and a hostile. Yep, okay, vote over. Vote over, and that means we are positive. So we're going to skip all of that. Land vote. He's the disaster dome. Okay, so he wants more land than we needed. Fair enough. 2 for 3 to 4. Huge tracts of land. So 2 for 2, 2 for 4. Another for 2. Let's not overdo it. I mean, in fairness, we can grab land later. It's not the end of the world. Land is always possible to get later. Especially when you will need it for large temple expansions. But for now, 2 is probably fine. 2. Alright, vote ends. Okay, we're going to select hard. We're going to select short. Name that clan. And I will probably go for the most amusing name before I temporarily pause things. She might well have huge tracts of land. We'll have to ask the clansman. XCOM the Failures. Milk and Cookies Inc. Grey Foxes. The Cow Lords. Wibbly Drivers is definitely possible. Moo Way or Die. Duck Slayer. I like Duck Slayer, but that's Dinkstown. Wibbly Cookies and Milk. I'm kind of leaning towards Moo Way or Die as well, actually. Moo Way or Die. Okay, fair Move away or die. Okay, for some reason that causes that to have an exclamation mark, but that's fine. Right, so move away or die, hard game, short length. We begin! It is for sacred time, and thus, okay, good harvest, and the milk will be especially good this year. So, Council of Twitch, the second, allocate our clan magic. I also note there's no green question mark things anywhere, which is good. He suggests it might be good. We also have the Mighty Beard. The Mighty Beard. For God's sake, you war people. Thankfully I can't give one point away for this, but honestly, we are a peace tribe. Herds, definitely. Definitely herds. Yeah, herds, crops, and mysteries is definitely how I'm going to go with this, but I'm just thinking here, we're going to go 2, 2, and 2. A vote for no war against 2 votes for war? I kind of have to go with a war at that point. It is very silly. Okay, 1, 1, and 1. No war. So, are we going with that? No war. Okay, there's enough no war votes that I'm not going to put any points into war at this stage, not unless there is a massive bout of Doom guys going berserker rage at us. So the Mu Wei or Die clan, and I like the way it's actually put that all into one word and makes it just the Mu Wei or. But, extra crops. Extra crops I agree with. Right, other than that, I'm just going to call it. So proceed. First thing we need to do is reorganize the clan ring. So let's first off remove everybody who is currently on it. Okay, so everybody is removed. We now need our greatest leader, who is a member of the clan we're using, which is Ermel. So you are currently the greatest leader we have. Leadership excellent. Worships the correct god, which is always important. So that's that done. Next, we're going to go for bargaining. And bargaining is always Isaris, so let's find the best Isaris we got. Actually, that's a very young, very good Isaris person there. Faran, you're in. Okay. Next up, we're going to go for custom. And we have a very, very ancient Lankamai worshipper there, but we're going to go for the younger equivalents because we need somebody to be on the ring for a bit longer than 2 years. He could die in the first month, actually. Which is probably a bad thing to say, but it's very, very true. So, leadership bargaining. Let's go magic next. Also, I don't see a trickster. We have an Ermel worshipper there. Chalana Arroy. I'm going to take you because we need Chalana Arroy on the ring somewhere. It does help. We do have a trickster. Okay, good. Trickster is also very good at plants. He'll take over the plant positions. Let's go for animals. And I think we're going to go down to you. So there we go. Technically, there are better people with animals than you. In fact, we have a renowned person who's 60, but again, Holdman Jenkins we're not going to hire, not at this point. The Mighty Beard may be good, but not for us right now. Lankamai. We have a lot of Lankamai worshippers on the ring. Let me just make sure of one thing before I go much further than this. So we have... I might put you on the ring, actually, because that's a Rolder. And we don't have any worshippers of a Rolder here, seemingly. Not on the ring, anyway. And finally, we're going to go and take on our little trickster friend, because our little trickster friend will... Oh, actually, we don't have an Olanthe on the ring. Oh, that might actually be worse. We could do an Olanthe on the ring. Unfortunately, I think you're the only Olanthe. Yes, the ring is my ministers. We're going to be ignoring these for the most part, but we need them at least to start with. Yeah, this is the bit of the LP I will actually take on myself. So we're going to take on you, and we need to replace somebody. So I think the person we are going to replace is going to be you. And there we are. Garstel will take on the last thing. They are the advisory council. They are not the official council. You are the council. Orlanth is scum, but of course, we still need him on the ring. It does help. Okay, let's give gifts to all the people. See what kind of advice they would give. I mean, honestly, you'd be much better at this. And Jim Hacker was the greatest Prime Minister our country never had. Jim Hacker, MP, legend. So, shrine-wise, we have a small shrine to Ermel. We have a small shrine to Erolda. We don't have anything else. So, the first thing we're going to need is to go and take either an Orlanth temple or a... We could go for more of this, actually. If we got the sun ritual, that would be quite helpful. We're definitely going to be building all of the shrines, so that's definitely the starting. I'm just seeing what ones we can automatically build. We have Bantar, so we can definitely go for more land from Ploughsong. We have rituals of Lankham. No, we don't actually. Okay, we actually don't have a lot of mysteries here, so the only temple we actually build and definitely have is the Bantar ritual. And I'm actually going to do that because that would help us just get some more sorted out. So we have our shrine to Bantar sorted out. Next up, we're going to go and continue... We could go for another Erolda ritual, which would be nice. Get a second ritual and just go for the massive, larger cow ones. Yeah, alright, let's go for an Alder for the moment. We shall sacrifice 15 goods for mysteries. We've learned some of the mysteries of Erolda feeds the tribe, which is fine, but not arguably what we wanted. Okay. Inaldis, one of the most promising young god talkers of an Alder in our clan, has been neglecting her duties. She often disappears for hours at a time. Her uncle follows her one day and discovers she's been going into the forest to have a laugh with a spirit. When word of her mouth of her activity spreads, some of the people are concerned. Vote now. Somebody has been cavorting with spirits. So bear with me, I'm just going to go grab another drink. I'm probably going to call it a stream fairly shortly, guys, just because my voice is starting to go a bit. And I have loads of X on the record tomorrow. Okay, 4 for the magic. 1-1. 3. Capture! Okay, so we have 2 votes for capture, 2 votes for 3. Sacrifice to the spirit? Okay, so... Hold on. We have 3 votes for capture, 3 votes for sacrifice. Three and 4, 3 votes each. That was helpful. Okay, you now have 4 votes each. Capture the darn thing. Okay. They want to pay 40 They want us to pay 40 cows. $40 cows. This could be worth it in fairness, but... Accept. One bargain to accept. I'm probably going to go with the first one that gets 3 votes, in fairness. 2 for bargain. 3 for bargain. The least they will accept is 36 cows. I will probably accept 36 cows, but I will give you the choice. Choice on 36 cows. No, we can't bargain for 20. We don't have that option anymore. We are probably going to capture a lot of magic here. It could be a lot of magic, actually. I assume we're going to accept this. One of you doesn't want to accept this. Down. Good start. Good start. Vote ends. So we're down to 2 magic, and we lost a lot of cows. We now have less than 700. Good. Very good. So we've already sacrificed to an older. We could go and do some raiding to get some back, but probably not a brilliant idea at this stage. Let's have a quick look at the map and see how we're looking for tribes and things. I could go and try and set up a trade route, actually. That'd be quite helpful. There are grey foxes near us, I've just noticed. Okay, let's have a look at this then. So we are feuding with them. They owe us a favour. The grey foxes do owe us a favour. Okay, so we're going to go to the grey foxes. We're going to take 10. We're going to give 10 goods because that's traditional sort of starting thing here. Oh, the red foxes as well. Oh, there are grey and red foxes. Okay. So we are going to ask for cattle. Your emissary, Foran, approaches the Grey Foxes, asks them to make good on the favour they owe us. Gifts of cows from them. Although the customary number of cows granted by obligation is 20. How many head of cattle shall we be asking for? 1 to 5. Vote for cows. Say. You realise we're not going to get them if we ask for more than this, but fine. Okay. So let's make the balance of here. We have 25 vote. We have another 25 vote. We have 230 votes. Quite a lot of people just asking for the 20. Still asking for 25. I think the majority here is 20. We have the cows without complaint. That's not bad. That's not bad. We can definitely get away with that. No man should be a friend to the friend of his enemy. Quite so. But we've called in favour. We got a few cows back. That kind of undoes the damage we did a little earlier. So if we look at the clan situation, then we have 8 weapon thanes. We have plenty of farmers. Farming territory is all fine. I think what we might do at this point is go and explore our Tula a little bit. Which is always worth doing occasionally. No man is an island except the Isle of Man, quite so. So we're going to explore our Tula. Oh, we found old bones and ivory teeth. Oh god. Alright, so this is a happy event. A plague has stricken Tula. About 45 have caught the disease so far. They are weak and unable to exert themselves. Some of them are barely able to remain conscious. They are feverish. More advanced cases also suffer painful pox that erupts on their skins. Several children have died. Vote for plague. One, 4, 4, 2. Can't sacrifice Dylan to it, unfortunately. Feel like 2 is a bad idea. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, there's lots of votes for 1s that have just flown in. Yep, I think 1 has it. 1 has it. Okay. Vote for unfriendly allies. So 1, 2 are free. Quarantine and 2. Okay, a vote for 2, a vote for 3, a second vote for 3. More votes for 3. And a 1. I think we're going to remind them of their duty that they must heal us because it's their job. Okay, 3 has it. There's enough votes there. 3 has it. They admitted that this was so, but seemed to dislike hearing it from us. What shall we sacrifice? And how many? Two cattle, 1 cattle. 30 goods and 5 cattle. And not sacrificing all of it. Goods, all the stake is ours. Okay. 15 cattle. I'm waiting for somebody to agree, actually. 2 cattle, I want rounded numbers. So I'm thinking, looking at the council and doing a sort of rough amalgamation of things here, I think 30 goods is definitely something we're going to go for here. And some cattle as well. And I think 5 was the number that was given that's probably most like around where people are at this stage, unless we vote more for that. So, sacrificing a lot of money. We keep the sacrificial dagger away from Dylan. And just to annoy somebody trying for round numbers, I'm actually going to increase that to 6. So, proceed. Godtalker said the signs were good. Merciful goddess looked upon our sacrifice with favour, and indeed sick recovered over the next few weeks. People rejoiced our good fortune. Council of Twitch, you have saved the lives of some. Now, for my clan decision at this point, we are going to... Where's the crafting happen now? Happen on here. Caravan, exotic goods, ivory. Feast! We don't have the food to really feast at this point, but we could do. It would certainly help us out a little. I think, though, we're going to go for another thing here. We're going to go for Isaris. Definitely because of the plague. So let's go for an Isaris thing. They like goods. I'm just going to go for the minimum sacrifice here. 10. We learn the spare grain ritual, so we get extra food via trade. And because he is, of course, the trading god, we're just going to build that straight away. A young shepherd reports the theft of several sheep From the description of the ragged-looking men, they're surely outlaws, men stripped to the protection of their clans. 1 to 5. Outlaws vote. I don't know. Lawyers can definitely spread the plague, I'm sure of it. Okay, we have a vote for 3, a vote for 2. 4, we need more men. 3. So 3 votes for 3 so far. I'm probably going to stop it once we get to 5 votes for something. Kill them! Okay, I think that is a vote for... Kill them all! Okay, 3 has it. Oh, actually, does it have it? Maybe? 3 has it. Okay, that's 6 votes for 3. We can go for it. Hunt down and kill the outlaws. Without pause, we pursued the criminals. Without mercy, we slew them. Peace tribe! Okay, we are now in the dark season. So, we have now spare grain, so we get extra food via trade. We could probably go and sacrifice for Lankamai at this point. We are low on goods, though. That's the only downside. But we got enough to have a start on things. Also, if we can get literacy or clan law, that would be quite helpful. So I'm going to sacrifice 10 goods for Lankamai. And we learn clan law, which is good. Clan law helps us understand the truth. Clan law is very helpful. Okay, the mood has gone down again. Okay, Baron Foss, a young, energetic farmer on the road to prosperity, asks the clan council, the Council of YouTube, for help. He claims that his stead is haunted. Objects move around, wailing noises come from everywhere, and apparently now we're playing Call of Cthulhu. Wailing noises come from nowhere. Baron Fist's wife and child have seen an apparition. We're afraid their steads will be haunted too. So, the haunting. He did give us Chip last time, in his fairness, but that was a different time ago. Launch a legal claim against the ghost. It is possibly the best claim. So 3 for 3, 2, 2, and a 1. 3. Okay, that's a change to 3. So it's now 4 for 3. I will confirm it at 5. Okay, that's 5. 3 has it. So, we will launch a legal claim against the ghost. The ghost would not respond to the legal arguments. Apparently, ghost haunting thing does not respond. I shall launch this claim. No law here, second vote. Drive them out! Okay, 2 votes for 4. A vote for 1. A vote for divination. We don't have a lot of magic, though. That's the only downside with divination. But still, 4, 4. 1 and 2. Another vote for 1 and a vote for 2. That would be a thing. Ghostbusters! Okay, so that's clearly a vote for banishing. So currently the banish has it, but unfortunately we're going to have to pay the darn shamans again. Vote ends. We send for shamans to banish the ghosts. Oop, Exit full screen. That might have messed that up a little. Do we accept 15 cows? Darn expensive Ghostbusters. Okay, we have an equal... Alright, 3v2, 4v2... 4v2, and that's 5. Okay, done. Vote ends. We call the Ghostbusters. They danced around to have banged on a drum and ate a brew of moss and lichens. The ritual back in their heads, they spoke to the ghost. The bangs of the ghost stopped, but shamans said they had banished it. This event will return in a month or 2. I guarantee you that it will return. Good news is now we have clan law, and that helps us divine the truth. We are in storm season, and we can do some things while we're here. What I'm thinking is doing a little more, is trying to go and set up a trade route with the Grey Foxes. I know, it sounds bizarre to me, but it seems like something we could do. So let's go and send a caravan to establish a route with the Grey Foxes. We'll go 3 and 12. We should send a large caravan here just to establish the route. We'll stay above Marshmallow and attack us. Use trade magic before trading. This is true, we didn't use trade magic, did we? Alright, that's fine. I was only going to set up a route, but actually, in fairness, I should really do the trade thing beforehand. So, what I should do instead is probably go and set up a few more mysteries, if possible. So, I'm looking at Orlanth as our next one, really. We don't have any goods anymore, so it's whether I want to sacrifice some cows here. And if I was sacrificing cows, I'd prefer to do it here. So I'm going to sacrifice 10 cows to Erolda. We now know calf blessing, and that is important because that gives us the extra fertility in cows. However, I'm going to keep milk blessing on for now because we know that this will... Actually, I don't have enough goods to build the hall. That's the only downside. But now we can swap that to calf blessing once we go into the new year. So I think we're fine there. I think the only thing I want to do now is I want to explore a little more in our area. So I'm going to explore the Tula. So 2 and 10, we're going to explore. Okay, we didn't find anything. Didn't we do this one? Spirit capture time. So, huzzah, we found a spirit. Just forbid her. Okay, so we have a vote for 1, a vote for 2. You are right, we need legal claim, sacrifice to the spirit. Kill it. 4 to capture it. Okay, so we've got various votes around for everything at this point. 2 votes for 1, which I don't think is a good idea, but it doesn't matter. Another forbid. 3, why not? Well, drive off. How do you destroy a spirit? Sacrifice for the spirit. Okay, I think at this point the council has decided we must sacrifice to it. Sacrifice it is then. How much? Yeah. Kind of major leaflet campaign on the spirit. Well, clearly, but we also are now going to sacrifice some things to it. Major. 5 stakes. Okay, you want to sacrifice 5 cows to a spirit. We don't know what it does. Dylan says 10 cows. I'm willing to upgrade to 10 cows. I am not sacrificing 50 cattle. Will not happen. 5 and 7. 10 cattle, 5 goods. I think 10 and 5 is probably about as sensible as I can get to do this. Though it's going to put us low on cows again. So, we all agreed? Kind of. 6 and 2, so he wants it lower. Eight and 3 seems the middle round. Are we going to go with 8 and 3? This sounds like a good plan. I realise you're probably responding to something I said about 20 seconds ago, but that's fine. We're going to go with this plan. Okay, this spirit meant us harm. Yep. We've just sacrificed to a spirit that meant harm. I heard the master's outrageous news. Our master, a young man of the Red Fox clan, married an elf maid called Night Needle. Needless to say, I spread this travesty to all other clans. You must know the Red Foxes are not to be trusted. We are at the end of the year. The omens for exploring are good. So, I'm going to put 2 into herds. I am going to put 2 into crops. And I'm going to put... I'm going to put 2 into trading because we are down. We have no goods. We are out of goods. So we need to do some trading this time. We're going to be low on magic, but 2, 2, and 2 seems the best way I can do this. We have found the ducks. The ducks. But now... One? Darn you, Mitch. We are not peaceful with ducks. We punch ducks here. I play Dink Smallwood. We punch ducks here. I'm sorry. How have these people infiltrated the council? How have they infiltrated it to this extent? 2, 2, 2. Go for 5. So far, 3 for 2, I think is the best one at the moment. Any more for any more? Voting ends. We are going to ask for food. We extracted payment from ducks whose larders were heavy. They swore oaths to pay after the harvest. Okay. Well, we're getting some things from them anyway. So anyway, the Moo Whale Dive tribe has done quite well for itself after 1 year. We are, though, very low on goods. Something we will need to fix in the future. I am, however, going to end the stream here for the moment because honestly my voice is starting to go a little bit, and this is a very reading-intensive game. I will definitely be continuing this at a later date, though. So, ducks must be punched at all times. That is what Dink Smallwood has told us. If you can punch it, it must be punched. And ducks come back to life. They talk when they have no heads, and they are evil. They also, in a roundabout way, killed Dink's mother. And yes, that actually kind of is a thing. Anyway, I'm going to call that a stream, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing some Mahjong a little later, but we shall see. So, till then.